In this video I will show several ways to store photos and footage taken with the DJI Flip, with the Neo, the Mini 4 Pro, the Mini 3 or the Mini 4K, according to the device, a computer, a smartphone or a tablet. I will also cover how to save screen recordings and screenshots. I will focus on the DJI Flip, but will also show the difference compared to the other current DJI prosumer models. The most effective way to store footage and photos is by using a microSD card inserted into the aircraft. This method applies to all lightweight DJI models except the Neo, which is the only one without a microSD slot. The Neo has a 22GB of internal storage, which can be transferred to a PC or a remote device using the method shown in the following chapter. In the camera tab of setting in the DJI Fly app, it is possible to switch the recording between the SD card and the internal memory. The available space is displayed below. Even though larger cards are available, a 128GB microcard is more than enough, as it can store about 3 hours of 4K footage. To transfer files from a microSD card to a computer, we need a card reader that attaches to the computer via USB. These are very affordable, and you will find links to the one I use in the description of this video. Some laptops have an SD card slot, in which case a card reader is not needed. When the card is connected to a PC or an Android device, smartphone or tablet, a folder named SD card will be visible. Open it in a new window, and then open the DCIM folder, and then the folder named DJI001, which contains the footage and photos. We can then copy the files to the desired storage location. The procedure is similar for iOS devices, however, the name of the folders will be different. Like the Mini 4 Pro, the DJI Flip has an internal storage of 2GB, while the Mini 3 and Mini 4K have no internal memory. As mentioned earlier, the Neo has a larger 22GB one. 2GB can store more or less 80 RAW plus JPEG images and about 3 minutes of 4K footage. This is not much, but it comes in handy when we forget to bring an SD card on location or when the card is full. A remote controller is not needed to transfer the content of the internal memory to a computer. Connect the drone to a USB slot in the computer with a USB-C cable supplied. With the Flip and the Neo, there is no need to power on the aircraft. A folder named Internal Storage will appear. It contains 2 folders. By opening the one named DCIM, we access another one named DJI001 with the content of the internal memory of the drone. We can now copy it to a new folder. If an SD card is inserted into the drone, another folder named SD card will be shown, and we can transfer its content to the computer using the same method. It can be handy if we don't have a card reader available. If we have brought a laptop to the filming location, we can quickly transfer the files to the hard drive, format the internal storage, and shoot more footage and photos. A laptop is often unavailable on location, but we can transfer the files to a smartphone or tablet. A controller is not needed, but the DJI Fly app must be installed on the remote device. I will use a tablet, but the procedure is the same with a smartphone. After turning on the aircraft, we can launch DJI Fly app. We don't need to unfold the wings. Once the Flip has been detected, we can tap on Connect on the left part of the screen. If it is the first time we use the Flip, or a different model was recently used, DJI file might fail to recognize it. In this case, tap on Connection Guide on the lower right part of the screen, and follow the on-screen instructions. After the connection, tap on the icon on the lower left to access the album. All the files in the internal memory and on the SD card are shown. To download a video clip or a photo, click on it to select it and tap on the down arrow on the lower right. We don't need to select the destination folder, as the files will automatically be stored with the photos. Notice that we can only transfer video clips taken in H.264 and photos in JPEG. So make sure to set the video and photo modes accordingly in the settings. Two beauty effects can be applied when downloading a video clip: skin effect and body effect. Click on the three dots on the top right to turn them on and off. I always leave them off, but you can give it a try if you wish. We can also choose to download only a portion of a video file. After hitting the download icon, we are presented with a choice between full download or trim download. After choosing the latter, we can set the desired starting and ending points by tapping on the yellow icon and dragging the ruler. Several files can be transferred at once. Tap on the icon on the top right to enter batch selection. Then select the file you want to transfer and hit the download button on the bottom right of the screen. At the top of the screen, the progress of the download is shown. When using the Flip with a remote controller, we can record the screen. Screen recorders are useful not only for YouTube tutorials, but also for checking the settings and the flying modes used for each video clip or photo. They can also help locate the drone in case of an accident. With the RC2 controller, the procedure is simpler, as this model has a built-in screen recorder. By scrolling a finger down the screen twice, we access this window with several icons on the right side. The first one on the second row is Screen Record. After tapping, we are brought back to the DJI Fly app main screen. On the bottom of the screen, in the middle, an icon shows the recording time with a button to stop recording. We can drag it somewhere else on the screen if needed. The screen recording is stored in the controller's internal memory. If we connect the remote controller to a PC or remote device, we find the folder name DJI RC2, with another one named Internal Share Storage, with several folders. Open one named Movies, and all the screen recording will be shown. We can now transfer it to the chosen destination. Screen recordings can also be made with the RCN2 or RCN3 controllers, but in this case a third-party screen recorder is needed. Click on this link to watch my video about footage quality with a Flip. And don't forget to hit the like button if you find this video interesting. Thank you.